Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing a plan with me in my Louis Vuitton large ring or GM agenda. This is my first plan with me, I think, for the month. So if you are new to my channel, or if you missed the last video, I'm gonna start doing monthly setups. So at the beginning of the month, I'll set up each agenda, and then I mentioned mid-month, I'll do a plan with me where I kind of fill in the rest and kind of give you all updates as well. So that's what this video will be, and I'm excited because I feel like this makes it a little bit more interesting. I feel like when I did the weeklies, it was too repetitive, it was the same thing, and then a lot of times there just wasn't plans. So we actually have things to put in the agenda, and then in this video, I'm gonna go over the changes that were made in here, and what we're setting, and while we're setting things up. So if you haven't seen it already, I have a planner organization video that should be the video before this one. And so what I did is I turned my half letter into my work planner. And so it was my supplemental tactical planner. I was using the weekly, and I still am, using the weekly task inserts for personal. And I just decided I really wanted to set up like a dedicated work planner, and with the intent box from Cloth and Paper, everything that came inside of it just made it like the perfect, it was the perfect excuse to make this my work planner because of the meeting notes and then these problem solvings. I just, inserts, I thought these were just perfect for work, and then I just needed like a large space for notes, and with the discs I can make this larger if I want to. I'm still waiting for Cloth and Paper to restock the 1.5 because I will order those, and then upgrade this so that way I can keep more notes and then more plans. But this is my new weekly, or my new work planner, and I was using this for tactical planning for personal, and so I still love these inserts and want to use them. So while that is set up for work, what I did is I took out the work section, and again, that's all in the planner organization video. This is kind of like a little recap. In my last Cloth and Paper haul, I purchased the 2026 inserts in half letter, which you just saw, and in A5, and this is the first time that I'm actually using the A5 because I wanted to try the half letter first. I knew either way I was going to use them at some point, whether it was early like this or in 2026, and then I just decided, you know what, let me actually put these in here and try it out. And so what this does is it helps me get my tactical planning back into my jam. I like separating it, but right now I feel like I'm more in a consolidation mode again, where I want to have everything kind of in one planner. And so all of my like main plans are in this planner. So things we'll set up in this video and look at least. We have the monthly inserts in here. So this is like my new wellness section. So I have all of like all the physical activity that I'm essentially doing. So anytime I go to the gym, do a walk, different things like that, because I'm really focused on wellness lately, or actually this year I should say, and then I'm trying to just make that a reoccurring habit. But that's what's going here. I think I'm gonna use this one for meals, and then I might use another one and track weight and other health items. I don't know, I haven't fully decided on that. And I need to find another one to put it in here, but we'll for sure probably do the update for the gym plan, different things like that. I'm still using these week on one page inserts from Infinite Lotus that I've just been loving. They're perfect, and I am not, it's working. I'm not gonna break what's working, right? If it's not broke, don't fix it. And so this is working well. I'm gonna keep this in here, and I think it's because they just pair so well with the hourlies, which I've reinserted into here. So these are from Rosie Papeterie. These are like my go-to hourlies, I feel like. I shouldn't say I feel like. These are for sure my go-to hourlies. I feel like there's like a set of like inserts that are my favorite when it comes to the type of style. So like for hourly, for example, this is my favorite. For weekly, it's typically the version like this where they're all on one side, but I'm just really loving this. I tried it in my A6. I've had these in my A5 before. I go back and forth, but like I'm really loving having these again in my main planner. But yeah, so these are the weekly overviews, and then we have the hourly. So this is my schedule, right? And then we have some trackers and things down here. And so with that, in the new section with the weekly task inserts, this is tactical planning. So ultimately how these work together is I have everything initially coming into here. This is everything that just needs to be done for the week, right? And so I can see, okay, I have this day, this day. I can probably do this here, do this there. And then with hourly, it helps me see that view because I'm a very visual person. And so like I can see, okay, I could potentially do it this day because there's nothing during this time. I know I'm working here, different things like that. And then this is where it goes into the detail. So this is where I call it the tactical planning, because I'm doing this on this day and we're gonna get this done. This is everything that needs to happen. And then you'll see like smaller things in here that aren't gonna be on here, with like running errands. Well, errands might be on here if I'm doing it during lunch or something, or if I'm just planning out that I'm doing it that time. But like what specifically those errands are, right? Like going to the post office, going to FedEx, which reminds me, oh wait, no, that was this week. Going to FedEx, different things like that. And so that's what these are for. And then I still use these on a day-to-day basis. That part hasn't changed. So unless I know for sure I'm doing something on a specific day, I won't pre-fill them out, unless it's like the weekend, because then typically, because it's consolidated, I know I'll do something like that, or I'll do whatever's on here on the weekend. The part that will change with these inserts, if you have been following me with how I use these for personal use, this used to be how I synced this portion, or these inserts with the other inserts when this was in a separate planner. And so now I have all this space for just daily notes, which I'm actually really excited about. So it's exciting now because like I can put things in here. I can see myself potentially getting overwhelmed, or not overwhelmed, but like seeing it as a waste of space when there isn't something that needs to be put here, right? Because that happens a lot, and that's typically when I mentioned that I change things, when things are less busy and I feel like there's a lot of space, because this is essentially 3 types of inserts for planning 1 week, right? And while it's different views and they all have their purpose, there are weeks where things slow down and then I'm like, oh, this seems like a lot. And while it's perfect while I need it, sometimes if it's back to back with, oh, there's not a lot going on, that's when I move things around. So we'll see how it works, but I am excited to have the space. And especially I feel like since it is about to pick up, I feel like the end of the year is always, you know, there's a lot more going on with like holidays approaching, different things like that. I'll probably need it, but we'll see. I don't know, I just really like this setup, and I'm really excited to have it all in one planner. And so this is what we'll ultimately be setting up. This is how it all works together. So that's a little update. And so now let's go into our plans. So here is the current week that we are filming. I have a fantasy football draft on this day. I also have one here, I believe. Let me double check. I joined a friend's fantasy football. I was gonna go down to just one league and then got suckered in. I shouldn't say suckered into, I caved instantly. But then I got invited to one and I was like, you know what, I haven't done it with this friend, so let me just do it. And then another friend of ours joined, so I'm really excited for it. Okay, so let's see. August 31st at 4 p.m. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my stickers. And so if you saw the setup, I put in sports at the bottom on these. I don't know if I'll do that for September now that I have my hourly in here, and I think I might just keep it in the hourly. I haven't fully decided, but it can be kind of annoying to have these in here and then I'm not like, then when things like this happen, I feel like it takes up too much space. So let's put this here. And then I have the football icons and stuff back here. This is also Labor Day weekend and my mother-in-law is coming to visit, which is really exciting. So she comes in on Friday and I'm not able to take off because of everything happening at the end of the year with my graduation, but my husband is, but we'll still be able to do a lot of fun hikes and things while she's here, which I'm excited about. So let's do, thought I had a plane. Yeah, here it is. Because I also need to book some tickets. I need to do that today. So she's coming in on Friday and then we're gonna go to brunch and then I'm gonna go back to work. So I'll go to pick her up, take like a little extended lunch, and we'll go to brunch / lunch at our favorite spot that we take everyone who comes in to visit us, and then I'll head back to work, and then we'll probably do something that night, and then they'll just go off and do things. And then Saturday, I think we're gonna do a hike. I'll put that in once we have like the actual plan. I think we're speaking with her this weekend, and so we'll like cement certain things that we need to cement, because she also has a friend here that she wants to see. Let's put in the fantasy football draft. Okay, so we have that, and then Saturday we are doing Topgolf with my best friend and her family, I believe. And this also might change. Either way, we're hanging out with them. We just might change what we're like specifically doing. All right, so we have that, and then my tuition is due on the 25th, so let's make sure we highlight that. So tuition payment, I'll probably pay it before then, but I just want to highlight it. And then we're gonna mark it with these petite labels from your everyday planner. Maybe not. I thought I had bill due one left. Let me see if I have the others. Payday. Oh, I had it right there. Okay. So bill due, and we'll put this here. Okay. So we have that. And then I'm trying to think what else is there. Let me check my reference planner, because all the plans go in here first. So this is my A6, and it is August. Fantasy draft, fall semester. Yep. And yep, got all this. Okay, so I think we are good here for now. And then let's do my hourly, since those are fine. So this is the current week. Y'all, I'm so excited for the Rosie Papeterie 2026 insert. So I ordered her, I don't do pre-orders this early usually, and I know I shared that on Instagram. I haven't shared it on YouTube. So I did my pre-order because she just came out with hers, and she has not only A6 size, but her new designs I just love so much. I'm so excited for them. I'll probably do another order. But I got her hourly inserts, and they're like more boxy, and I'm just so excited for them. But those will be coming in. I can't wait to share those with you guys, and then figure out 2026. I'll probably get the rest of the inserts later on, or whenever Infinite Lotus does hers. So as y'all know, Infinite Lotus is usually like the main shop that I use, and so I've seen Cloth and Papers. I ordered what I know I for sure will use from there, because there's certain, like I said, go-to layouts that I use. So with Cloth and Paper, like I love those weekly task inserts, so I'm always gonna probably order these as long as they have them. Same with Rosie Papeterie and her hourly. And then I think with just Infinite Lotus, like I just love her weeklies. And so I'll see what else she's coming out with, and kind of like gauge what I'm doing based off of that. Because usually that's like my bigger order, just because like this is more like my style, right? And then you can see like the minimal like style is definitely what I prefer. So once I see what Infinite Lotus looks like, we'll go and make we'll make the rest of the decisions from there. And yeah, let's see. This is the current week that we are filming. And so I have all that. I think we're good here. So let me pull up my calendar for work and see what we have going on. And what I'm going to do is just come in here and put in anything that I know is missing when it comes to meetings. And then I will also put in probably additional page flags. All right, so I think I have everything pretty much time sensitive in here, as well as sports. If you are keeping up and if you care about sports, and I get to talk to a lot of y'all about sports. I know some people do, I know some people don't, and it's okay. But I have been talking about essentially just giving up on the Cowboys altogether. I'm literally a lifetime fan. I wanted to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader growing up, but like the decisions that just keep being made and then the way they perform and just, it's not getting better. And it's not, I don't know, it's just so much. And so my dad's a Minnesota Vikings fan, and literally yesterday, like I've been debating since last season to ultimately stop being a Cowboys fan, just because like I'm not really a fan. I'm so like, I root for them, sure, but I get more mad than anything. And like, yeah, that's a part of sports, like getting upset when your team fails, but like the decision making, it just, I don't consider myself a fan. Like I didn't even wear any of my gear last year. I think maybe like the first game, and then I kind of just quit. And when your favorite player is the kicker, I think that says a lot about your team. And so I was debating like where to go if I were to like switch fan bases, because it's just so like, I'm 31, right? I've been a Cowboys fan all my life, so it's kind of just strange to like pick a new team. But at the same time, my dad is a Vikings fan, and so that was one of the ones that like I've just been watching. I've always liked the Vikings. There's teams, because I just like sports in general, y'all know, but like there's teams that like I've always liked, and so I've always liked the Vikings, especially recently, and I'm excited to see what they can do. They definitely have better hopes of going further and better probability of going further than the Cowboys. A lot of teams do. But ultimately what I'm getting at, I don't know if y'all see, but I put the Vikings schedule in. I'm still putting the Cowboys schedule in. So I was just going to watch and just root for the Vikings, but now I'm going to start classifying myself as a Vikings fan. I even ordered stuff, so I'm really excited for that. Oh, and I can put that in here. But I purchased just a hat to like go with anything, and then I showed my dad, and he was just so excited. He FaceTimed me, and I was like, oh, I just watched this, like, and he was just so happy that I joined his team. And so I felt like there was no backing out of that, and so I'm definitely a Vikings fan now. And then my husband reminded me too, like, I can like two teams, like, which I know, right? Like I know I can like two teams and root for two teams. It's just you have that one team. But I guess now that one team for me is the Vikings. So here we are. And then luckily I have a lot of cute purple stuff from Cloth and Paper that'll work. So we have the Vikings schedule in here, as well as the Cowboys, because I will keep an eye on them. I still wish them the best, but I'm a Vikings fan, guys. It's gonna be a slow adjustment, but we're getting there. Okay, so with that, we have the weekly and the hourly done, and so now let's go into this. As I mentioned, this is a day-to-day thing, so I have to drop off a package at USPS. I keep forgetting, and so if I don't do it today, hopefully my husband will drop it off tomorrow like he said he would. So I need to do that. I need to schedule an appointment. I'm gonna keep that in the weekly because I don't know if I'll get to that today. And I think it might already be there. Let's also see, and let me show y'all how this works together. So, oh, and I was holding on to my ollie clip so I could easily, there it is, flip back and forth between the two while doing this, which is why I had it in my hand at the beginning of the video. Okay, so plane tickets, I'm gonna do that today. Oh yeah, I'll do plane tickets today. Let's also put in film, check. And then edit and upload. And today is when I'm editing and uploading this video, the cloth and paper sub box video, ooh, that's what I could put down here is content. That's fun. Sorry, cloth and paper content, or cloth and paper video for the intent box, and then the planner organization video that I referenced earlier. So I need to do all of those. So I didn't upload for sure. Went to FedEx, plane tickets. I'll probably do USPS. I'll try and do USPS. If not, we're giving it to my husband. So we'll do that. Scheduled dermatology appointment, and then potential dentist appointment. We can say that for another day. And then update ball registration. Oh, I can do that today too. So registration. Okay. So we have that, and then I think we're good. Yeah, content's good. I picked up the mail. I'm doing that today now. Oh, let me put in orders in here. So, did an A and F order. Nordstrom. And my favorite, Lulu. Okay. I want to put a sticker here so I remember that when I ordered everything. And then I already updated my reference planner with that. Here we go. I've been keeping my stickers in my pochette, and I actually really like it. So I think we might keep these in here for now until I need to use it for something else. But I've been keeping like accessories and stuff in my Chanel. This is like my pencil. This is like my travel case for sure, but it's my pencil case for every day. And then this has just been like a backup one with stickers because I don't always need stickers. But when I'm like planning, I just grab this and I like that they all fit. Why are you not lifting? Okay, so throw that back in there. Let's just do this. Okay, so we have those, and then this is where I was talking about the Vikings orders. So we have that, and actually I'm gonna, yeah, I like that. Okay. For this weekend, I'm working on my edits, as I mentioned, so we have that in here. Fantasy football draft is tomorrow. What needs to be done this weekend? So I need to go through donations. I'll need a meal plan. And then this is the weekend that we're home, and the next 2 weekends we have planned. So I'll try and do something else. Maybe that's when I can do. No, you know what? I should focus on my edits. So I'll go through clothes and donations, meal plan. We'll keep that there for now. I don't want to put too much in until I know for sure I'll do it. Because like I said, that's ultimately, this is like, I'm going to for sure do it this day, or try to do it this day. And so if I don't have anything for sure, I'm not going to put it in. So we'll keep this blank for now. Other than that, I think this is good. And again, now that this is in here, I don't need to put in any plans down here since they're all already in here. So normally that's what I would do, is come in and sync it with the others, but I don't need to do that, which is kind of exciting to have, again, more space. But yeah, that is, I think, all the plans. So sorry, just the monthly and then we're done. So on Monday I did cardio. Yesterday I did legs. Today I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to the gym, and then I'm taking Mira on a trail since it's finally cooler. Tomorrow probably glutes and upper, and then probably just glutes, and then potentially a trail. And then Friday will be cardio. And then we'll do a trail with Mira. And then potentially, maybe that's what we could do this weekend, potentially do a trail. I try to go to the gym every single day or do a trail throughout the week. It's just nice to do after work now that I'm not stressed out after work. And then some weekends, like last weekend, I wasn't feeling too well. I think I shared that on Instagram. And just last week in general. So like I didn't do anything. That's the first time all year where I wasn't doing some type of physical activity, and it like, I don't know, it bothered me. So I think now it's like definitely a habit. And so I'll leave these blank for now until I decide for sure what we're doing and see what we're doing. So we have that. Let's go ahead and let's put in meal planning as well. And then I'm actually gonna backdate just for different ideas. So if I can remember what we ate. I think for the most part I do, since it was just last week. So this was the 4th. So what I'm gonna do is backdate and then fill out these dates so that way I know what day it is. Okay, so we have that. At one point, I thought that was right, and then I remembered, oh no, wait, we ate out. So here is the meals. And so, like I said, I'll keep this like this. I like having the meals in here. I really like this dinner and like keeping the meal plan in here. And then that way I can keep track of like what's being eaten frequently, different things like that. So we have that, and I think for now, this should be good. And so yeah, that is I think going to be it for this video. So here is the weeks and everything's set up with everything that I know is going on. And y'all, I'm just again loving the setup. So I think the next time you'll see this planner, it'll be the end of month flip. Maybe I'll do another adjustment. Well, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, overall, I think that is going to be it. So if you all have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching.